guys, welcome to Better Bachelor. My name is Joker with a face for radio and a voice for print. The wins keep coming. I just did David Bridal's last week, how they're going bankrupt because no one's buying wedding dresses. Engagement ring sales continue to plummet. They blame it on the bug, but what's interesting is something during the bug happened, and it kind of permanently altered the way men date. And I will explain that as we get into it here. First, the mains. Let me mention this. Saturday night at the movies, tomorrow night, over at betterbachelor.locals.com. Just become a member. It's free. And then you can come watch the live streams. If you want a live tip and send a comment or a little love my way, I would appreciate it. But we pretty much just watch a couple of movies. We share memes, and we can get a little rowdy over there sometimes as we drink and have fun. So make sure to join us tomorrow night for that over there. So they say from the New York Post, engagement ring sales plummet. Now they blame the bug, and it is partially because of the bug, but I'm going to explain how it continues to be a problem here a year and a half after the bug. They say it's got a strange ring to it. Engagement ring sales are down, and the bug is to blame. A plethora of failed romances due to the bug has impacted the wedding industry greatly, resulting in a nosedive in the sale of engagement rings, a phenomenon dubbed the engagement gap. We're still seeing it today, Jamie Singleton, retailer at Signet Jewelers, president and chief consumer officer, recently told CNN. To get back to pre-bug levels, engagement ring sales for Signet Jewelers, for which includes Zales, Jared, K Jewelers, and Diamonds Direct, would need to increase 25% by 2026. Now, that sounds, like, you only need to increase by 25% in the next 3 years. It doesn't sound that bad, but that's to get back to the previous levels. That's not to get back to the previous levels and miss the money that they already lost out on. That money is gone. And I'm going to get into it here in a minute why I think it's not coming back. However, Singleton says the drop in rings didn't come as a shock. They said, so what's happened over the past couple of years is what we anticipated and what we were planning for. Engagement jewelry sales were lackluster in fiscal 2023, and we expect them to remain so for the rest of 2024. So if they say we expect it to be low for the rest of 23 and 24, but they say that they're going to need to increase by 25% by 2026, that basically means they think they need to jump it 25% in 2025 to get back to pre-bug levels. And I'm going to tell you why that's not going to happen. Singleton noted that bridal jewelry is pivotal to the company as those purchases make up 50% of the sales. And it's not just engagement rings taking a hit. With the bug, with brides moving away from traditional weddings and dresses, they talk about David's Bridal. David's Bridal filed for bankruptcy, which we talked about. They give, again, the same kind of political speak of, we're focusing on this and we're doing this, but they do the same thing. They say uncertain economic conditions. Do you think things are going to get better in the next year? You guys tell me. I don't think so. I don't think so.
I don't think so.
I don't think so.
I don't think so, sir.
I don't think things are going to get better in the next year or 2 or 3. And they say the same thing. Same thing the other company said. Less traditional wedding attire, less dresses. But here's why I don't think things are coming back. Rough diamonds prices make an all-time high in February of 2022. That's just last year. So with the bridal sales and the engagement ring sales coming down, these companies don't want to lose money. So when you sell less units, you need to drive the price up if you want to make the same income, right? Or less volume, less price, less profit. They don't do that anymore. Companies can't come out and say, we're going to make less money next year. Their stock would plummet. It used to be okay if you're like, we're going to make 1 to 3% a year. Now it's make all the money. And so what do? They say, well, units are coming down, price is going to go up. And the diamonds are going up to an all-time high just a year ago, and things aren't picking up. So the diamond prices aren't going to bounce back, so they're going to stay extremely expensive. What about gold? This is from just a couple weeks ago. Gold prices could notch an all-time high soon, and stay there. They say gold prices have more room to rise and could go as high as $2,600 per ounce. The all-time high was $2,075 in August of 2020. So what's happening? Well, Russia, China, India, a lot of the BRICS nations are buying a lot of gold right now. And then you've got jewelry and or jewelers and other companies that need that gold to make rings. Now they can move on to platinum, but platinum's more expensive than gold. And what they've done in the past is they might have 18 karat gold ring, and I was in jewelry, this is why I know this. They might have an 18 karat gold bridal set go to 14 karat gold, and then it'll go down to 10 karat gold. There's a lot of people that will not accept 10 and even 14 karat gold in anything. I know I had many Asian and many Indian customers that would not take anything. They wanted like 20, 22% or 20 or 22 karat gold, 24 karat gold really. And we'd be like, no, the highest we have is 18. They're like, nah, it's trash. Like a lot of people don't want it. So here in the United States, the traditional, wedding ring, even if it's white gold, it's still 18 karat white gold a lot of times. You're going to get less gold content, but the price is still going to be high. You're going to get crappier diamonds, but the price is still going to get high. And on top of that, men are like, you really think I'm going to shell out a metric ton of money for this stuff? And the reason that things changed during the bug for the dating, and I actually am going to mention that a little bit more in this video here that I'm going to be doing momentarily. But what changed for men is this. They couldn't go out of the house. Many of them lost their jobs, right? They couldn't go out of their house. So what did they do? They got online. Maybe they did online gaming. Maybe they met online friends. Maybe they decided, hey, you know what? It's a lot less effort and it's a lot easier to to polish the pipe and take a nap versus going out and trying to date women. They got on these dating apps and didn't have any success. And many times, I'm sure they get just a couple of matches per week and said, "I'll forget it." But they couldn't go out of the house, so they had to entertain themselves somehow. So they had some fun amongst themselves, a little, Rosie Palm and her 4 sisters and a little bit of lotion, and they took care. And then they say, okay, maybe this isn't so bad. Maybe some guys got into the synthetic stuff and a little bit of toy action. Maybe they did that. But what they realized is they said, this isn't so bad after all. I guess I don't really care about being out there and dating so much. And now that things have opened up again, they realize, hey, there's no going back to it. The other thing that happened during the whole lockdown stuff is a lot of people were still going out and meeting up. But what was happening is it was all the, hot, attractive people going after the hot, attractive people. And then the dudes that were being very successful, if they hit a little bit of a slump, they would go sleep with a 6 or 7 or 8 because they didn't have to put any effort in. All they had to do is drive over to her house, lay some pipe and then take off. And so those women became addicted to the hot guys. They don't even look at the average guys anymore. And the guys that are out there that are players, they're like, the world is my oyster. They're not certainly going to get married or settled in. And so it screwed up the entire dating market. And I'm fine with that. I'm okay with that. And I think a lot of other guys are becoming okay with it. And they're just like, I'm not going to put any more effort into this. I don't know. I'll be curious to see what you guys think because I think a lot of it's not coming back. Again, don't forget, Saturday nights, we do movie nights over at Better Bachelor. It's a great community, by the way. You don't have to become a supporter. I hope you do become a supporter, $5 a month. It helps me, stay above board and help me have an income. And I don't have to do ad reads. I hate ad reads. I've had hundreds of offers for ad reads, and I don't do any of them. And instead, I would rather you guys be a supporter, and that way I don't have to read, do a 10-minute video where 3 minutes of it is Shadow Raid, Tomb Raid, Legend, whatever all that crap is. Another way you can do it if you don't want to become a supporter is join us for movie night. Tip $1 or $2 or $5 or whatever you want, and then have fun with the guys. And it's a great community over there. There's so many people. We have, 250 people watching the movie. We're sharing memes. We're laughing it up. And then we've got the community, which is absolutely great. So that's what I hear. Most people actually enjoy it over there for the movie nights and the forums more than my content because they can get my content anywhere. So check it out today. I think you'll enjoy it, and we'll leave it at that. Guys, we'll see you in the next one. Thanks for hanging out, and my next story will be out shortly.